Head Harvester Bill Armin here from the West Coast.
And Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast.
And we're on the West Coast this morning with Park West Landscape doing the backstage pass. And we just saw the dispatch.
Unbelievable.
That was pretty smooth, wasn't it?
That was slick. I mean slick. Smooth as...
So one of our guests here, Jason Mathers from Houston, Texas. What do you think of that dispatch?
It was really interesting to see the flow and the simplicity of the crews departing.
So what were some of those elements? You had a spotter out there?
Yes.
So you had somebody directed. Two. They all had their safety vests on.
They did.
Right?
They did.
They all were loaded up the night before. That's another good quality. What else did you see, Harvester Ed?
Well, I not only, just to elaborate on that, even the construction departments were loaded up. They didn't have to do that either.
Yeah.
Everything was ready.
Yeah.
And everything was serviced at nighttime and loaded on the trucks at night.
Yeah.
So everything was ready to just move out in the morning.
So they're out less than 8 minutes or 8 minute drill, right?
How many trucks do you have? Like 20, 25 trucks?
Yeah, there's 25, 27 trucks, yeah.
They're at it, what, 5 minutes? They're all out.
So Dustin, tell me how you guys do that.
Well, it's a lot of coordination, right? And like you said, Ed, it starts the night before. You know, when the guys come in, they're working together, the foremen come in, they meet with the account managers, they're out here talking to each other, coordinating dumping. Dumping's the key, we've got to do that in the afternoon. If you don't, then there ends up being a log jam. Guys are trying to get out and it becomes a problem. So we really work hard to take care of a lot of that stuff in the morning or in the afternoon so that the morning we can get out. And then also too, the account managers are back in early morning directing traffic. That's important.
Good stuff.
Really. Do you have a deadline
For what?
to leaving in the morning? Is there some
You know, we
deadline?
try and get out in 15 or 20 minutes.
Well, you beat that this morning.
Yeah.
It was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, time is money, and at the end of the day, we're in the labor business. So what we do is really important with that labor, and try and get them on the job as soon as possible.
And that was really slick.
Yeah, Jason took some good notes there. You noticed that double wall frame you have in the back of the box.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about that. What's that about?
Yeah, so Cynthia, who heads up our fleet, she's come up with some really great innovative ideas. We always look to improve, and one of the things that she came up with was the double wall, because you know, on the inside of these trucks, things are getting banged up, mowers are getting thrown in there, machines, shovels, and you know, there'd be dents, and those things show on the outside. And it's really important, the aesthetics of our vehicles. So with that double wall, you'll bang up the inside, but you won't see it on the outside.
Wow.
Really?
And you had a relatively new fleet.
Yes.
So rule of thumb, something like 7-8 years.
Yeah, 7-8 years. We're working really hard to understand that number and when to keep trucks, when to sell trucks, the best useful life. And we have a recycle program is what we call. So every year we're recycling our trucks in and out and making sure that, you know, because a lot of times too, the cost of repair of keeping that truck exceeds the cost of going and buying
A lot
new
of people make that mistake.
They do.
We're going to talk about that more in our operations piece a little later on in Backstage Pass, aren't we?
We are.
Well, thanks, Dustin, for having us
Absolutely.
here at Park West. Thanks there, Mr. Jason from Houston, Texas, joining us at Backstage Pass here at Park West Landscape. Harvester Bill Armin from the West Coast.
And Harvester Ed LaFlamme from the East Coast.
We'll see you later.